If you've just joined us, you're watching the news at 10 on Channels Television, coming to you live from Lagos and Abuja. A reminder of our top stories. Chief of Staff to the President, Mike Ogadome, resigns in a controversial circumstance. The federal government renews drive for a sound power sector, initiates move to raise $900 billion in 5 years. National Universities Commission gets $80 million from World Bank to fund 10 Nigerian universities. And severe flooding hits Burundi, at least 50 people killed. But just a reminder to you that all our top stories are on our website, Channelstv.com, and on youtube.com/channelsweb. To get us on the move, visit m.channelstv.com to view us live on your mobile device. And you can also download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS and Windows phones from their respective stores. Of course, you can now interact with the Channels Eyewitness feature on our Android and Windows 8 platforms. So if you have pictures or videos to share with us, tap on the application on your device, swipe to reveal the Eyewitness menu, and then follow the instructions to share your reports, pictures, and videos. Well, over now to Abuja, and here's Linda Akigbe. Hey, Linda.
Thank you, Joma, and welcome to the nation's capital. The Chief of Staff to the President, Mr. Mike Ogadome, has resigned his appointment under a controversial circumstance. Mr. Ogadome this afternoon sent his resignation letter to the President. Although the Presidency would not disclose the circumstances surrounding the Chief of Staff's resignation, online reports indicate it may be in connection with his alleged involvement in the ongoing controversy surrounding the missing funds at the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC. But the media advisor to the President, Dr. Ruben Abati, explained that Mr. Ogadome resigned to pursue his political ambition, adding that the move is in line with the President's call on cabinet members with political ambitions to exit on time. He also noted that there is yet no replacement for Ogadome. A public hearing into the supply, distribution and subsidy payments of kerosene from 2010 to 2013 by the House of Representatives has failed to hold today. This is due to the absence at the hearing of the Minister for Petroleum Resources, Mrs. Dezani Alison Madueke, and officials of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, and the Pipelines and Products Marketing Company. The chairman of the House Committee on Petroleum Resources Downstream, Mr. Dakuku Peterside, explains that the lawmakers are determined to uncover the secrecy surrounding the kerosene subsidy transactions.
Part of the excuses they gave for not appearing before the committee today is the fact that all of them are outside the country and attending one summit or the other. The second reason is that the letters they got on the 6th asked them to submit documents, and that would have been impossible for them to submit the documents between the 6th and today. Therefore, they are asking for more time. We've decided to put this in the public domain because we understand the seriousness, the issue that is attached to the issue of kerosene supply and distribution, most importantly, the issue of subsidy on kerosene. We are not in position to comment on what the issues are, but we want the public to assess what the situation is. We are now compelled in this circumstance to one more time put off this public hearing. You acknowledge, I'm sure as members of the public, you acknowledge the central role Minister of Petroleum Resources, Group Managing Director, NNPC, MD, PPMC, plays in the issue of supply and distribution of kerosene in the country. We want to assure Nigerian people that we owe you a duty to unearth everything surrounding kerosene supply, distribution, and payment of subsidy.
Of Kano State, Malam Ibrahim Shekarau, has described the All Progressive Congress as a political party that has lost its soul. Speaking at his formal declaration for the People's Democratic Party in Abuja, Mr. Shekarau said the APC has no structure and challenged the leadership of the party to produce its constitution and manifesto if there is any. He explained that this decision to leave the APC was jointly reached with his supporters in Kano and across the country. It's 8 years since foremost activist Professor Beko Ramson-Kuti died, but he's still remembered as one of those who clamored for a sovereign national conference. At an open-air rally in remembrance of him in Lagos, activists gathered at his cenotaph to unionize him and discuss some of his values, especially as it relates to the national conference. Most of the activists are asking that the national conference be subjected to a referendum. The Federal High Court sitting in Lagos has ruled that the former Minister of Aviation, Femi Fani-Kayode, must take his plea for the money laundering charges filed against him. The court dismissed the objections raised by his counsel that the charges were invalid. The former aviation minister was first arraigned in 2008, but not much progress was recorded in the case before the judge hearing it was transferred. The case then went to another judge, who was also transferred, before it was finally reassigned to the third judge, Justice Ofili Ajumogobia. Justice Ofili Ajumogobia has fixed the 5th of March for the rearrangement of the former minister. Rumor-mongering and propaganda are destructive criticisms used by opposition groups to distract every leader. This is the position of Governor Emmanuel Uduaghan of Delta State at a leadership lecture delivered to participants of Course 22 of the National Defense College. Governor Uduaghan explained that Nigeria's leadership at every level must have unshakable values.
As part of its training program on strategy, statecraft and national security, the Course 22 participants of the National Defense College received what they called a distinguished resource person. Governor Emmanuel Uduaghan of Delta State was on hand to deliver a personal experience of his leadership on the invitation of the college.
Leadership is also central in development of any institution. In my case as Chief Executive of a state government, I have to show leadership and by the same token count on the leadership of so many others within government and outside government to succeed.
The governor's position is coming against the backdrop of criticisms of government activities ahead of the 2015 general elections. Governor Uduaghan warned against rumor-mongering and propaganda. This position was stressed by the commandant of the college.
The advent of the social media has created an easy platform for the worst kind of propaganda and rumor-mongering. I struggle with it every day. It is distracting, it is destructive, and it is unhelpful. It is worse because the sources sometimes, like I said, are from within.
As strategic leaders, especially leadership in Nigeria, we must be mindful of what rumors can do. And if you know rumor is not good, you as strategic leaders, do not spread it.
The governor believes that every leader in Nigeria must develop the character to finish strong and make good impression on the followers.
It's not only the power sector that seems to be getting increasing attention in terms of financing. Efforts aimed at repositioning Nigeria's higher institutions also appears to be yielding results, as 10 universities in the country have received a grant of $8 million each from the World Bank. At a meeting with the Nigerian Universities Commission in Abuja, lead economist on the World Bank team, Andrea Blome, says the aim is to fast-track rapid development within the African sub-region through the African Centers of Excellence project. And that's all from Abuja. Back to you, Ijoma.
Well, thanks a lot, Linda, all the way from the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. Now, when the News at 10 returns, figures from the Nigerian Stock Exchange, that's on Business News. Please join us again.